Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Unification cast this side of East Yorkshire. And today we've got a 6-player free-for-all on Hunting Grounds. Playing as the Dark Angels, we've got No Name. We have got Dassist Hands playing as the Demon Hunters. We have got Vasya Ogrin playing as the Space Wolves. We've got Kek playing as the Fallen Angels. Grindan playing as the Tau Empire. And we have got Shinpanzini Banini, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly, playing as the Tyranids. Look at that, 1 million people playing 1 million factions, and I do quite like the occasional free-for-all on a map and a game such as this. Plenty of factions to be going over. Now, being a free-for-all, everyone's always been having to worry about being flanked by opponents. Everyone's got some lovely negative cover in betwixt them and their opponents, so playing in a defensive manner should be relatively easy for them. Maybe the Tyranids might not fare all that well too early on in the game, as their defensive capacity isn't exactly on par with other factions. But in the later stages of the game, when they get the Tyranid warriors and other... I mean, I don't know, maybe you're going to go for some Termagants or something like that? A defensive nature? Not quite sure. But the Tyranids are definitely one faction to watch out for, considering that their economy just gets silly later on in the game. Same with the Space Wolves. In old times, back many moons ago, these guys were basically useless because their economy was naff, but now it can really kickstart some things with 1 million halls of knowledge, as that is where they get the vast chunk of their cash from. And it goes without saying, being a 6-player free-for-all, I'm guaranteed to miss out on some of the action, so just you know, in advance, just be aware of these things. Now, obviously, in the map, there's plenty of stuff going on in the centre, but the further on you go into the centre to capture all these resource-rich thingy-doodads, these strategic points, you're more likely to get flanked, so you've got to be careful. If you want to get more money, you're going to have more problems as the game goes on. Got some Gene Sealers from Shinpanzini coming down over to say hello to No Name and his servitor. Although maybe just going to walk by him. Oh, no, just going to go straight for him. There we go. No need to mess around with the sentry post itself. Just going to be slapping open that servitor quickly as he can, although he will run away as a good and proper. Got some zealots from Kek. And I do believe that you are a Wolf Lord teleporting in from definitely not the warp. That will scare them away. On their own, not very much to sing home about, but we'll go for some Marine veterans. Fallen Angels being a combination of a Guard faction and a Space Marine faction, can do a bit of both. You do neither one too effectively, but if you're able to combine the durability of the Space Marines and the flexibility of the Guard, it's always a good thing. Got plenty of Gene Sealers now, which I'm not sure if this will bode too well for the Tyranids, as the Gene Sealers are a bit naff in the early game, but they do scale really, really well if you get all the upgrades for them, so that might be the plan. Tech Servitor has been beaten up a little bit, but the Dark Angel Scouts, remarkably good, will also be quite useful in this scenario if they get their combat shotguns. 10 blue and 25 green. Relatively cheap for a scout upgrade. And here comes the Brood Lord as well to finish off the Sentry Post. So No Name definitely needs to start investing in something more substantial than just scouts, but he will go for a couple of Bailey Tower upgrades for some extra shooty bits on his Sentry Posts. If he just run around his Sentry Post, that should keep him in good stead. Anything else going on over here? Oh, we've got Space Wolves inside the Fallen's base. They've also got their Iron Priests ready to scrap some buildings that they come across. You will notice that the colour schemes for these factions are a little bit skew with. I have had to put the no pre-cache models on to get these unification games to work with multiple factions and multiple players. If you indeed are having trouble getting your games running for the same reasons, there is a guide in the let me get my words out. There is a guide in the descriptions below. Link there if you are struggling to get your games working. My words are not working today, which is a standard thing, really. Should be more surprised when they do work. But another wave of Gene Sealers. They were thinking about finishing off that Sentry Post, but keen to take on the Scout Marines. There we go, one, take these guys on, putting down some Tyranid mind nonsense going on them. We'll force them to fire at their own friends here, I think. Is that what you do? Or maybe not, maybe I'll get that confused. with another ability. Broodlord continuing his reign of terror as he slaps a tech servitor. Another tech marine comes out. And the G-Seal is actually falling foul pretty quickly. They might be able to defend this, but I don't know about the Space Wolves being fended off from the Fallen Angels here. They'll attempt a plasma guns turret, which is a stupidly good turret in the early game, as plasma guns are amazing against heavy infantry. But we'll decide, nah, we're fending them off, we're fine. But, oh right, a Chaos Gate. You are building up a secondary base out of here. There's a limit of 3 halls of knowledge per Chaos Gate. So the more Chaos Gates you have, the larger economy you're able to have as a Space Wolves player. Some people ask, why is it a Chaos Gate? I do believe it's because the planet of Fenris is very close to the Eye of Terror. So it's not technically like a Chaos Gate, it's like a gate to Chaos, rather than a gate for Chaos. If I am getting my Space Wolves lore correct, which I'm probably not. Right, okay, well, for the Space Wolves, once again, they have got their plasma pistols on their Grey Slayer pack leaders. That is indeed a mouthful. And a shame that that plasma turret was not finished. In a happy world, you would have probably kept them at bay in the negative cover. That would have definitely given you an advantage in a defensive posture. That advantage has came and gone. It seems at the moment, it's just these top players going toe-to-toe, whereas the Demon Hunters, who normally benefit a lot from their deep striking capabilities, don't know how it's going to fare later on in the game, and the Tau, they're just going to build up all their plasma generators, get their battle suits on, I imagine, and just chill out. Always a risk is being aggressive early on in the game, as you run the risk of being 2v1'd, but if you have other defensive people near you, then you've got the advantage of gaining the fallen players' additional strategic points. And it does seem that the Dark Angels, not Dark Angels, that's heresy, the Fallen Angels are going to go down for a little less than anything going on. The scouts here are being rustled by the Demon Hunters, and they have gone for their Inquisitorial opening. So no Grey Knights for them at the moment, but they do have access to their bodyguards. Bit of a weaker opening, I would say, but you've got more access to different kinds of infantry, so able to have a more well-rounded roster as the game goes on. Do also quite like the bodyguard units, as I can show you this dude with the hat on. Very cool little hat going for him. So there we go. Is that the Fallen Angels dead? That is indeed the Fallen Angels dead. Good night, sweet princes. We hardly knew thee. And yeah, just one player dropping within 8 minutes. That means that the Space Wolves now have access to all of these gubbins. Got to be very careful with the Space Wolves once they get a going. Squad cap increases. They're going to go for health upgrades as well. 2 Chaos Gates. That's a grand total of 6 potential Halls of Knowledge, I think. Unless they've been tweaked, so it's only 2. Either way, does not matter. It's got the Field Generator, a temporary little green upgrade that they can get for their economy by the Iron Priest. I don't think they'll last very long. But there we go. We've got a incursion force of Stormtroopers, maybe potentially going over here. We shall see. And the Tyranids, yep, always scary. If you don't beat them up, they're going to build up all the reclamation pools and get a silly economy going for them. I have spotted a listing post from the Tau Empire. We'll start bashing that all the way down. They do have some sniper rifles. Don't know how I feel about the sniper rifles. We've got some loose spore clusters just minding their own business. I don't know what your job is. Obviously to explode, but normally you are dropped on top of opposing forces. Gonna go back in your spore chimney. There you go. Back where you're happy. Got a Lictor. Look to see if they can do some stuff. And the Space Wolves continue their campaign of aggression. Now, do you push into the Tau side of things? Or do you go down? Oh, what the F's going on now? Ah, right. We were flying over the Grey Knight's teleporter as it was finished.
We have it now.
So it looked like as if the skies were turning a baleful blue. Well, Stormtroopers, ready. to make a landing on Space Wolf territory. All their factions are over here, and they're engaging in a fight with the Tau Empire, taking on Listing Post, and charge from the Space Wolves. But all these guys can reposition themselves. Oh no, the Tau Commander goes down very quickly. Here come the Fire Warriors, and that is a lot of firepower. Also, the Christ battlesuits jumping on in as well. I mean, they've got their melter guns, but the melter guns won't do much against the infantry. You probably won't see these guys charging into close combat at the moment, as that is obviously where the Tau do not shine. Also in the heavy cover as well. Space Wolf, Wolf Priest, keeping the men in good stead, but quite low in health himself. He does go down, and this might have been a bit of a poor life choice from the Space Wolves, as they are chased away from the Tau Empire. Tau do lose a fair few models themselves, but at the end of the world. On the back of that, their home base, home bargains if you will, are being opened up like a can of worms. And what weapons have we gone for? Just more or less exclusively grenade launchers. Gives you that increased bit of range. Iron Priests attempting to shirk off the bodyguards, but these guys do pack a little bit of durability. They've also gone for their melter guns to add to the building damage. Squad of Long Fangs. I don't know if 3 heavy bolters is what you want and need, especially with all these grenade launchers firing on in. The remnants of the Space Wolves coming on down, but it might be a case of having to give up. Oh, there were 61% tier 2, or tier 3 even, which means that we'll send them back to the early tiers if they're able to get this Chaos Gate down. They're going to throw everything they can and the kitchen sink at them, but too much for the Demon Hunters to take care of, so they will run on back. Oh, but here comes the Adamus Assassin. No idea what you are. Looks a bit like a guy in a gimp suit with double sword and pistol combat. Yeah, I know what the other assassins are, but I don't think I've ever heard of an Adamus Assassin. Maybe some of you lore jockeys in the comments can clue me up on that. But these guys have been stunned and slowed down by the Wolf Lord. Got Grey Knights teleporting on the backside there, as Lord Inquisitor comes on in. Does seem that the Space Wolves are fending things off, but the Stormhawk Interceptor, definitely one of the finest piece of aircraft in Dawn of War Unification, sends them back. So too do the Grey Knights, but Longfangs keeping them at bay for the moment. What else is going on? Are we missing out on any other major actions at the moment? We've got plenty of gargoyles. That's fun. No, at the moment it is just the Space Wolves picking a fight with everyone. I suppose, you know, didn't really pick a fight with the Demon Hunters, but that is something. But with everyone else basically building up a large army, you could expect to see some explosive engagements from everyone else later on. Having a quick look at the economies, it's 262 and 133 for the Dark Angels, 218 and 106 for the Demon Hunters, 133 and 37 for the Space Wolves. Zip for these guys, obviously, they're dead. 378 and 175 for the Tau Empire, and 138 for the Tyranids, and 0 green money for obvious reasons, but they've got plenty of influence going on for them. Watch from the Demon Hunters' perspective for now. The Grey Knights are being pushed back once again. These Grey Knights. Oh, it's grey on grey. Everything's grey, baby. Of the Stormclaw Terminators, but good heavens. Perfect game for a dog, as he can't really see the colours anyway, so why not? But these Grey Knights are so terrifying. They really are. Definitely the most effective heavy infantry squads that you can get in the game. Even the mighty Stormclaw Terminators, no match for the Firstborn. And, oh, right, okay, you've decided no more. Right, well, fair enough. I suppose you have lost all your points To the Tower Empire. Yeah, a bit off more than he could chew. Did Vasya Ogre in there. And now it's a very dangerous scenario where you've got... I mean, don't get me wrong, like 70 blue and 40 green, very, very expensive. But Das's Hands now has access to 2 players' worth of resources. So he can really start feeding his way into a mass of those elite tier units that the Demon Hunters have access to. We've got some gargoyles, doing a bit of scouting and reconnoitering. Seeing what everyone else is up to. The hive mind, much more intelligent than one would give it credit for. Of tier 4 on the way. So some Psi Titans should be expected. But do we have any critical locations? Got one here. Is it just a case of just one on either side? Oh yes, so there's 4 in the middle. And at the moment there are now 4 players. So there is, in theory, potential for Titans for everyone if they can hold on to their natural critical location. Tyranids are now in the late game, as you can see by the multiple prongs. Also going to go for another Hive Spire. One weakness of the Tyranids is that, unlike other factions where you can have multiple builders helping build stuff up to increase its, time it, well, so not increase, decrease its build time, or increase its build speed even. Tyranids can't do that. You're just going to wait for it to grow up from the ground, after being plopped from the surface, air, space, whatever you call it. Whatever you call that thing up above us. Well, more Grey Knights in their teleporters. As everyone just feels like they're building up for bigger things. You have the Lehman Russ Huntsman, limit of 1. Can have access to multi-melters. Also just, it's basically a Hellhound but chunkier. Super cool, super nice. And we have, we've got the Lion. We've got blooming Lionel Johnson on the field. Look at him go. Looking a bit like a man who used to go to Woodstock in his youth, but now is, I don't know, got into some sort of late stage hippieism. Very nice stuff. We'll have to keep our peeps on him and see what he gets up to. And here comes the Tau Empire, packed to the brim with a million different other things, but the Deathwing Terminators spawn on. And that's like, yeah, Tau, you can turn up, but will turn up even harder. Also got Terminator Chaplain in Terminator armor as well, so the Dark Angels have gone for their Deathwing tech path here. Lionel Johnson comes in for a slice. They're taking on everyone. This is, we've got Belial as well. There he is. Yeah, just Terminators and very impressive rosters of character units as well. So it'll be very interesting. Very keen to see those guys throw down a face down with whoever gets in their way. We have some stealth suits attempting to get a little bit more resources, but the Inquisition will not have it. They are not in the mood for it. And alright, you're going to go for lots of orbital relays. Oh, right, I see. So, here's what I think No Name is going to go for. So rather than having one Deathwing orbital relay where you queue up a bunch of units and then one that spawns, you then, I don't know, throw it in and then wait for another one to build. If you have multiple of these guys, you'll be able to have a lot more saved up in... Oh no, never mind. Never mind, you're going to have this. I suppose you've got a limit of the amount of people that you can have in your... Yeah. So one Terminator squad. Oh no, you've got... So what's the plan then? Are you going to put your whole army inside here? We can't put a Land Raider in there. I'm fairly certain of that. It would be very strong if you could. Very strong indeed. Alright, one relay for your Terminators, one for your Dreadnoughts. Okay. And here comes Lionel Johnson leading the charge. No one's around him, but full sense of security. He shows them the business, and then surely Terminators come in somewhere. Or is he just going to solo these guys? Look at him. This fancy blooming Commander Shadowsun over here. She might be a named character in Tau lore, but she means nothing against the Lions. I mean, Where's the deep striking? Bring them in. Oh, hold on. You're attacking 2 people at once. Right, okay, fair enough. Well, you kill the Tyranids in the space of 5 seconds. Right, well, okay, fair enough. Sacrifice Lionel Johnson to distract the Tau, and while the Tau were distracted, the Tyranids were also. I don't know, were you fighting a lot of Tyranids, the Tau? I don't know. Thanks to anyone, we were probably going to miss out on some stuff. Oh, wait. These guys are shafted. We do have the Whirlwind Hyperios of the Demon Hunters throwing some bits in. Tau laying siege. We do have a Ravana battlesuit. Very nice. We'll have a look at that a little bit soon. Just see how the Terminators are doing. Actually, really struggling against the double counter-effects with their Barb Stranglers. Tyranids. Do you have the ability to rebuild things? I mean, you must do, right? Because you build from the Orbital Hive Fleet. We not got anything else been built up elsewhere? Oh, apparently not. Keep our peepers on them. Well, Land Raider doing what it can. No Deathwing, Venerable Dreadnought. Up in the middle of everyone. And so far, the Tower have not been very active. But they are now unlocking all their firepower. And this is looking very dangerous for the Dark Angels and basically everyone else on the map at the moment. So, the orbital bombardment thrown on in, separating the battlesuits from their friends and companions. An Ethereal on this side as well. Those battlesuits go down. Crisp as you like. A Bluefer knocking everyone back. Huge damage on everyone's side. But the Deathwing not as numerically happy as they once were. Will fall back. Got Belial just taking some shots in the face. He doesn't care there. He's fine with it. Gonna raise a sword in defiance. Got some flanking Carnifexes. Yep, didn't finish off the Tyranids, and the problem with the Tyranids is if you don't get an absolute definite kill on them, they'll just come back, rebuild, and they've got plenty of money to redo their things with, although still not rebuilding. Not sure why. Or do you need a Hive Spire to make use of your Orbital Hive Fleet? Maybe. That's what my assumption is going to be. So it's just being a nuisance. Chimpanzini, Benini. Say that name 10 times fast. I bet you can't. He's just getting revenge on the Dark Angels. Here comes Lionel Johnson. He's back from the grave. We'll see if he can maybe be semi-useful this time. He's rushing on in. Oh, he's got his helmet on now. That's fun. There we go. He's probably thinking to himself, well, probably died due to a lack of a helmet. So let me see if I can do stuff against them. With a covered helm. Can't seem to get in close combat there. Just trying, bless him. Got the Demon Hunters being a nuisance. So it seems that the Dark Angels are being boofed in either side. The Tower there have been flanked by the Terminators. It seems as though the Terminators are really the supreme fighting force here, just teleporting around, basically deleting whatever is in front of them. But they've now teleported again, which means they cannot reposition, and I think that this will definitely be a bad time for the Terminators, as the Tower will just basically now start to kill them one by one. The overwhelming firepower sending them into a bad time indeed, but they will get plenty of the Tower Tech buildings. But it's not so devastating that the Tower have lost a couple of their HQ buildings. as a lot of their tech is stored in the buildings around them. So that is something. You can rebuild it. How are the tower doing for buildings? Oh, you've got half the map on your side. And you're yeah, you're fine. No amount of harassment is going to do you any bad. You'll be A-okay. Now over here, the Inquisition is going to be held back by the Deathwing Dreadnoughts. That's fine for them. Our big blue fat. Last stand from the Deathwing Terminators. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. There we are. And now we're going to go for Titan Tier 2. And we all know what that means. It's going to be the big walker with guns for arms.
Whatever the greater good demands.
Also got this stalwart squad of stealth suit teams taking on the Land Raider Solemnus Aggressor, which has 1 million bolt pistols on it. Or just bolters even. Even the rest surrounded by Grey Knights. The Grey Knights seem to have been quite quiet so far. We'll bring down Hellfire and Fury upon everyone. Oh, look at that. A backdrop of fire and shadow as the Lion does what he can. He's doing a lot better in this engagement than he did against Tau. That being said, though, the Terminators, each an army to themselves. Very hard to get these guys down. Listing Post is off and away. The Lion cutting through each man with the skill that only a Primarch can. Beautiful things. While that is happening, the tower on the offensive. The Arvanar battlesuit. It's just a gorgeous looking battlesuit as well. Hats off to the person who did the modelling for it. Beautiful little thing. Even on like medium graphics, the quality's still there. So there we are. Wilder, he's not really done much, he's just stood in the way. It's like, yeah, you can't get by me, I've got Terminator armour on. I'm a strong man. Strong, independent man. The Lion is dead? Question mark? Is the Lion dead? Yep. Oh, we can find out by doing this. Yes, he is dead. Well, you know, much like he did with the Tau, just using them to basically fend off a fighting force for a little while. Everyone's got stupid economy at the moment, so it doesn't matter if something dies, you can just rebuild it, essentially. And we now have the Librarian Terminator Deathwing person joining the boys, giving everyone some sort of aura. So I assume there's something good. Only the gods may know what that does there, I'm afraid. I can't remember every faction. Look, there's like 6 factions in this game so far. I can't be relied on to know everything. Well, John Doe's going to walk past the Tower Fire Warriors, see another Fire Warrior team. Start to punch these ones instead, maybe. Why are you just taking a long way home?
4 minutes until taken.
Oh, taking off victory. Who's got that? That is Grindan. Grindan has got the lion's share of the critical location, so these teams will need to do something to stop him. Can't just sit back at home and rely on having your safety. No, you need to come out and do some stuff. Whereas attempting to do their thing against the Hammerhead gunships. Oh, we've got an engagement going on over here. Oh, it's a side attack. Yeah, that'll do it. That's one way to slam down on a Tau extra base. Look at him, there he is. Got a big electric hand. And plenty of men to bolster their ranks as well. Land Raider Redeemer focusing on the buildings. As a side Titan opens firing everyone. Grey Knight's been pushed back by the Tau fighting forces on our right hand side at the moment. And it's not the end of the world if they lose this base, because they've got their main HQ back at home. But still would ideally want to avoid losing it. Countdown victory still on their favour there. So they might just say, yeah, you can have this because we're still going to win 2.5 minutes anyway. Oh, but inside their normal base. Oh, they're being double teamed. Deathwing Terminators deleting everything in their path, and you can't underestimate how quickly they could just smash through a whole bunch of buildings. There was a whole tower base here. And oh, they're about to get the Taunar Supremacy Armor online, but will that be denied? Oh, that is such a shame. It's a wonderful model to see on the battlefield, but can they do it? Oh dear. 97%. Been denied. The town looking so strong. But looking too strong, man. Both the Dark Angels and the Demon Hunters said, right, the only way to kill them is by beating them up. Town learning that you can't really trust the Imperium. They're always going to gang up on you. They've got the numbers. And there's the tower sorted out. So now, effectively, we have got Dark Angels versus the Demon Hunters. And weirdly enough, they've spawned next to each other. It's not normal that you would see this. So Demon Hunters have got access to all the stuff over here. They will now start rebuilding over here, I imagine. Dark Angels should probably do the same on this side.
Indecisiveness is no different than cowardice.
And what is the current positions for everyone? See, sir, normally the Demon Hunters have got the advantage of having their superior infantry in the form of the Grey Knights, but the Deathwing Dark Angels, they've shown to be remarkably strong. 7 Thunderhammers on that assault squad. Oh, look at speed on that boy. Sprinting on ahead. Oh, he's running from Lionel Johnson. Ah, help me. I can't take him on. He's too strong. Just come over and destroy other things. Yeah, that Titan is going to be quite scary. I don't think the Dark Angels have got a Titan equivalent. That guy just does so much damage. But, now to be outdone, Deathwing Assault Terminators, they've got their hammers, and they're ready, I imagine, to go on, get him. Go for the ankles, that's where he's weakest. I hope you're going to do that anyway. They're going to start bashing. Lionel Johnson's going to continue his reign of terror on the Land Raider Redeemer, but it doesn't seem to do that much damage against vehicles, in all fairness. There we go, bonk away, gentlemen, bonk away. Give them the old banhammer. I mean, it's doable. I've seen it happen before. It's just they've also been flamed on by the Land Raiders as well. Hard to know who's on whose side at the moment. Both of the Land Raiders are on the side of the Demon Hunters. Got some souls been thrown around everywhere. Lionel Johnson about to go down. One more Deathwing Terminator. But he goes down. And this is just such a scary unit composition. So much in the way of big stuff going on. And I just don't think the Dark Angels have that much going on for them. They've got, like I said, the Terminators. Oh, actually, hold on. Ignore me. I keep on missing this. I'm so sorry. It just happens so quickly. And I think that might mean that they have lost their Tier 4 from their HQ, because that's been destroyed. Makes no major difference as all their Tier 4 units are on the field at the moment. But if they can take these offline, that might be a thing. And that might give them the tech advantage. So Demon Hunters probably want to start upgrading their other HQs elsewhere. Slow breakdown on the buildings on that side. Plenty of Grey Knights surrounding the machine nave, giving them a taste of their own medicine. But the Deathwing Dreadnoughts with Assault Cannon and Flamer, nothing of a break in the morale of these guys anytime soon, as they do not have any morale to break. Got the Grey Knight Librarian fending off a Dreadnought, surrounding these casketed individuals, swatting them away like ants there. They've got another machine nave to do what they can with. Oh, it's just going to be a close one. If they can now kill these big units, they'll have a huge advantage. But these guys just take so long to get from one end of the map to the other. Unless you're going to rebuild elsewhere. Maybe that's the plan. God, is this your third Land Raider? How many Land Raiders can you get? Only most factions are limited to one. Either way, it's not looking pretty for the Dark Angels at the moment. The Terminator Chaplain is over here. Are you just planning to just smash everything else up? I mean, why not? You've got more building bashing potential. You can always rebuild elsewhere. Where are your builders at the moment? Yes, your builders are elsewhere, doing things and such. So a base trade it is, a base trade it will be. Throwing out as many whirlwinds and Land Raiders as possible. Even just throwing out some regular Space Marines, just to keep this base alive for as long as humanly possible. Marine Terminator, another builder unit, but much more durable than their Servitor kin. And just look how long it takes in comparison for a Grey Knight mess, and also Terminators and Land Raider Redeemers to go through a base in comparison to these boys who just turn up and say, right, there's a building here, but now there isn't a building. So good night, God bless, Emperor bless even. So I guess it's going to be a game of cockroaching, I feel. Because where are the Demon Hunters builders? You're rebuilding over on this side. Do you have any other builders elsewhere? No, they're both over here. It will be very hard to kill those builders there, as they are able to fly away. No, the Grey Knight strike teams, all but dead. Even with such limited defensive forces, Dark Angels are just showing us what they can really do when they go for that Deathwing tech path. Side Titan there, still standing strong. And Raider Crusader there on 5 health. Someone needs to rebuild it, or repair it even. Well, there goes the Fortress of the Rock. He goes down. And now at the moment, everyone's just looking. Are going to rebuild over here? That's fair enough. These guys double check and see if they can find where the remnants of the Demon Hunters base is. At the moment, they've yet to know, and they could just spam out loads of Space Marines as well. But current economies, you've got no green money incoming, but plenty left over. And you also have, well, you've got quite a remarkable economy either way. Unlike most Titans, this Side Titan is just an absolute beefcake. Running and gunning. He's got a punching thing. He's got plenty of fiery things. And the speed of which he marches is incredible. Oh, there's Belial. Still standing around, still not doing much. Still just getting in the way of people. Which, fair enough, man. That's what you want to do? That's what you want to do? Oh, one-shot that poor Servitor. Oh, dear. I've seen that. Terminators are decapping things as and where they find them. Over here, regular old Space Marines hold line against Grey Knight strike squads. Gone for a massively upgraded Sentry Post. Wouldn't normally get that in a game, but at this point, everything normal has gone out the window. These guys will fall back. Side Titan on the other side of the map at the moment will be coming in to help them do their damage. There's a ton of Stormtroopers there. Look, Bilal's doing stuff. He's doing things. Quick, someone take a picture. There we go. Send them away before he goes back to his duty. He's a man on the watch. And yeah, all the good things. All the good things at the moment. If the Grey Knights coming back in for a second pass, don't think they're in it there. The numbers are falling. And with the economy still, relatively good, there is a chance that people will run out if they lose out on too much stuff. Tier 2 on the way from the Inquisitorial Tower. Deathwing Terminus have now come over to see if they can finish off the actual meat of the infantry. Oh, this is going to be absolutely devastating if they could pull this pincer maneuver off. We're attempting to bash through the Tactical Marines side of things, which is probably more likely for them to do. Dear oh dear, that looked quite scary for the Grey Knights for a second then. But managing to break through. The Stormtroopers providing a screener for the Grey Knights to push on. They've yet to see where the remainders of the Demon Hunters base is. It's over in the corner. I think that's where they will remain for now. More Space Marines. There's always more. There's a Deathwing. Teleport on in. Be really careful. If they lose a squad of Grey Knights, they can't rebuild them. Here comes the Side Titan there. Oh dear. Have the Grey Knights rebuilt? No, so have the... Oh no, all your builders are over here. Oh dear. It's going to be devastating. If you lose all your builders here, then you can't rebuild elsewhere if you lose all of this. Titan Marine Terminator attempts to run by. Oh, he jumped. Oh, you've got a deep strike capability with Fortune of the Rock, I think. Get out there quickly. The Terminator squad's really struggling against the Side Titan. They don't want to lose another squad. They lost their Assault Terminators a little while ago. Don't want to run the risk of losing another... Oh, get out of there while you can. The Psychic Bolts. 2 shots for a kill on those, I reckon. Essentially, the Dark Angels can't do anything against the Side Titan at the moment. Their modus operandi, their objective at Primaris is to basically find the Demon Hunter's base and kill that. The Terminators, they've got the punching power, at least, or do you anymore? Have you lost one of your squads? That's devastating. The moment they saw that Side Titan, they should have ran for the hills. Where's your other builder? He's over here. He's building. He's having a fine time. Got a Deathwing Terminator, or Deathwing Venerable Dreadnoughts. But unable to really rebuild. Not like the Demon Hunters were. They're starting to get their economy back on. They've got their teleporter back online as well. Surviving and thriving. That's what those guys are doing. Sentry post down. San Christi Chamber as well. Oh-wee. Oh no, oh, you do have a second squad of Terminators. You just went different directions. Oh, that's good. That's good. You still have got the opportunity to blast down some buildings very, very quickly. Bit of a risk here, though. Popping all your boys in one corner. Oh, you've got a architect. That's your name. Somewhere else, you can escape if you are caught. Some cheeky scouts there. And what can you see? You can see the builder over here. So that should, in theory, tell No Name that that's roughly where he should be going. We're now slicing down the rest of the San Christi Chamber as everyone comes trundling on over. Be a huge risk if they see this Fortress of the Rock. It is their only building at the moment, I do believe. Will they walk around it? Oh, it's very, very tense. A distant scream from the Scout Marines as they focus down the Architect. They've found the Demon Hunter's base. Grey Knights teleport in. But they've now got the scent. And they'll be charging on forward. Seeing what they can grab. Well, there's another architect somewhere over here. He can rebuild. It'd be so devastating to lose all this again. Saito will come in for a defensive dance there. And I don't think it's going to bode well for the Deathwing. Before, when the Titan was elsewhere, we were able just to destroy things on their own time. Oh, yeah, that is one squad. Wipes off from existence. But they're not giving up without a fight. They've got another squad teleporting in. And they are looking to just blast their way through things as quickly as possible. Oh look, Belial, he's doing things again. What a hero. Another architect flies away there. Throwing all their eggs in one basket here. Librarian goes down. Can they take down the Inquisitor's tower? That's just one squad of Deathwing Terminators. Look how quickly they're able to break down that HQ building, which traditionally is usually the hardest building to take down due to its health pool and armour. No, they're just peppering it with fire. Now, they have been spotted, the central base here of the Dark Angels. Can they defend it there? HQ will send them back into the lower tiers as well. Oh dear, why is this Side Titan not doing much? Or can he not get over there, maybe? I don't know. Where they've been spotted again. And some replacement Deathwings are moseying on in. Also, got this amount of money saved up for the Dark Angels. And, I mean, still plenty of money. Still plenty of money. Deathwing Terminators attempting to retreat. Can they finish off that Grey Knight teleport? There we go. So no more Grey Knights been teleported in. Thank you very much for the moment. But they do have another HQ being rebuilt over here. And another one over on this side as well, so it's not looking pretty. It's not looking pretty at all. But kudos to both these players. There's still a possibility for both sides. It's just... it's going to be quite the luck of the draw, I reckon. We do have Brother Captain Avan Stern. Bonking and bonking the Black Rock Fortress. And at the moment, you have got Servitors over here trying to rebuild the economy. Land Raider Redeemer will see you there. But the Deathwing Terminators hiding over here for now. Waiting to strike once again. And at the moment, Demon Hunters have become the Terminator Hunters. But can this small elite strike force find the buildings and beat them down? It's a question that's been on my lips. Side Titan just remaining in this general area. Oh no, never mind. Okay, you heard me. I mean, ideally, you just stick him next to a HQ and just sit him there. That way, you've at least guaranteed that he won't die. Oh no! Oh dear! They're about to walk head on into the one unit that they want to avoid at all costs. Are they getting ready to teleport over the hill? Oh! Do you see him? No, you don't see him. Oh! Just narrowly avoiding each other. None the wiser. He's going to walk onto the other side of the map. Crazy. And if he's going all the way over here, this gives these guys plenty of opportunity to jump on over and destroy all the things, which at the moment is basically... yeah, they haven't built elsewhere, have they? No. So there we are, there we go.
Reinforcements have arrived.
They come from nowhere. They come from the rafters. Breaking through these chaps. Here comes the other squad. Oh, they're following. Oh, they're going to go up against one squad. No one ever expects the second squad of Deathwing Terminators. And sure, that side Titan is now barreling its way back on her. There he goes. Run, run as fast as he can. Terminators that have been held up by these Grey Knights. Yeah, if they were stopped, they would have killed this HQ by now. Started moving on to something else. Here comes the side Titan. Taking no mischief from anyone involved here.
Here stands the banner of the Inquisition.
So the race is on. Can the Terminators kill everything before the side Titan can? At the moment, no one notices is that these guys... Oh no, they've seen the orbital relay, so they'll know that there's something going on here. Will they be able to take it out in time? They know that this is here. They don't know that there's a HQ down this side, I don't think. Because I don't think they do. Let's just double check. Do you know there's something over here? No, not at the moment. Okay, alright. Well, warp generators, don't think that's what you want to be hitting at the moment. The economies are now slow but surely. Everyone's eating into their strategic reserves. Oh no. This might be it. Boys and girls. Can they get the Tech Marine Terminator out and building something else somewhere else? Hold on. Green's easier to see on the mini-map. Oh no, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine. You're okay. You're doing alright. Terminator's coming over to finish off what remains of this side. Last of the squad down on this side there. We're taking care of. Assault Terminators, which I imagine are much better at bashing through buildings with their thunder hammers. Got cheek squad scouts as well. For the scouting purposes. And these Grey Knights falling thick and fast due to storm bolters. They might bloody well do it. I can't believe it. Yeah, I mean, they've got this Fortress of the Rock still here. Oh, Belgrano spotted it. Spotted right on top of them. Oh, no. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Well, they've got no one over here. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. It's okay. They don't need to finish it. It just needs to be on the pitch. That's all it needs to be. What about you, then? Do you have any more buildings?
Yes.
Yes.
I know the Vox is active.
We've got the Inquisitor's Tower down here. And both have been spotted as very unfortunate. No Tech Marine Terminator can't jump in to the fortress and teleport somewhere else. Oh, this might spell doom for the forces of the Dark Angels. They don't seem to have anything else built up anywhere else. Tech Marine being scared away, but is being got. Does that mean there's no more builders? No more builders! Oh my goodness. Oh my gracious. No name. Put up a really good showing there. The Deathwing tried their best and were so very close on so very many occasions. I mean, good lord, those Terminators just... I mean, what? They basically killed the Tyranids. They basically killed the tower on this side a couple of times. Absolutely remarkable plays from all these players here. And what an absolute fantastic game. I mean, it felt a million years ago since we saw the Space Wolves and the Fallen Angels, but plenty of action had by all the way through. So there we go. So cheers, boys and girls, for watching at home. And if you want to support the channel, have a look at the old Patreon. £1 a month gets you once a game a week, and the resource with Discord, where Discord things happen. Links in the description as always. As with Mr. Landshark, pleasure's always never short. Now, see you in a bit. Peace.